Today we are going to discuss adding and subtracting polynomials. But first we're going to start with combining like terms. Let's start by looking at like terms. Like terms are similar terms. For instance, let's start with 5. 5 is a constant. It has no variable, just a number by itself. So by combining like terms, we're looking for other constants that we can combine with 5. So let's go ahead and circle those together. We have 2, 7, and 14. So by combining like terms, I can add all those together. 14 plus 2 is 16. 5 plus 7 is 12. 12 plus 16 gives me 28. Let's look at our next like term. Let's start with 2a. 2a has a coefficient and a variable raised to the first power. So we're looking for other variables raised to the first power. Here we have 6a, and here we also have 6a. By combining those together, 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14, so we have 14a. And last but not least, we have our a squared. So we're looking for a variable raised to the second power, specifically a. We have 2 that fit that, so this is 4a squared plus 1a squared, which would give us a total of 5a squared. So when we're combining like terms, we need to make sure that they look alike. If it's a constant, we're looking for constants. If it's a linear term, we're looking specifically for linear terms that have the same variable. If it's squared terms, we're looking for squared terms with the same variable. Now let's go to adding and subtracting polynomials. When adding polynomials, the first step we need to do is look for like terms. As we can see in these two polynomials, our like terms are positive 2a, positive 4a, and also we have positive 6 and negative 1. So our next step will be to combine these terms. So for the top we have 6a, 2 plus 4 is 6, carry our variable. And for the bottom we have 6 plus a negative 1, so that's like 6 minus 1, which gives us 5. So if we rewrite the polynomial, we have 4a cubed plus 3a squared plus 6a plus 5. And that would be our final answer for this problem. Don't forget to write your polynomial in order from highest degree to lowest degree. Let's try another example together. Remember, step 1 tells us to find like terms. So here we have positive x cubed. Here we have a 2x cubed. Here we have a positive x squared. And here we have a negative x squared. Then we have a negative 3x and a positive 6x. And lastly, we have a positive 1, and a positive 1. So I'll go ahead and rewrite those so we can see them down below. We have x cubed plus 2x cubed. We have x squared plus negative x squared. We have a negative 3x plus 6x. And that's 1 plus 1. So x cubed is like 1x cubed. We're adding the coefficients. 1 plus 2 is 3. And our variable carries over. X squared plus negative x squared is the same as x minus x squared, which leaves us with 0x squared. Negative 3x plus 6. It's like 6 minus 3. We're left with 3x, and 1 plus 1 we know is 2. So we've combined all our like terms, so now we're going to rewrite the polynomial with our final answer, which we have 3x cubed. There's no x squared, so no need to write it, plus 3x plus 2. And there we have a combined polynomials. There will be some examples on the next page for you to try on your own. Try these two problems on your own. Remember the 3 steps. Identify your like terms, combine those like terms, and then rewrite your polynomial in order from highest degree to lowest degree. Subtracting polynomials is a lot like adding polynomials, but there's one more step. Let's review these steps together. Okay, so our first step asks us to distribute the negative sign to each term in the polynomial on the right-hand side. So this negative gets distributed to the x squared, to the 6x, and also to the 3. So let's rewrite this equation, what it would look like. We'd have 2x squared plus 6x minus 3 minus x squared. A negative times a negative turns us to a positive 6x. And a negative times a negative turns us into a positive 3. Next, we'd identify like terms. So we have our 2x squared and our negative x squared. We have a positive 6x and a positive 6x. We also have a negative 3 and a positive 3. So once I combine those together, I have 2x squared minus x squared. I have 6x plus 6x and negative 3 plus 3. So 2x squared minus x squared leaves me with 1x squared. 6 plus 6 gives me a 12x, and negative 3 plus 3 is 0. So my final equation would be x squared minus 12x. Let's look at another example together. Remember our steps. Distribute negative, find like terms, combine like terms, and rewrite the polynomial. So once again, we're going to distribute our negative to all 3 terms. I'll rewrite the equation. So we have 3x squared minus 6x squared plus 3x minus 6 minus 2x squared minus 6x. Negative times a negative turns us to a positive 9. Next, we'll find our like terms. We have a negative 6x squared and a negative 2x squared. We have a positive 3x and a negative 6x. And lastly, we have a negative 6 and a positive 9. So let's combine those terms together. Negative 6x squared plus negative 2x squared. We have a positive 3x and a negative 6x. And we have a -6 and a +9. Let's go ahead and simplify those together. -6 and a -2 gives us a -8x squared. 3 minus 6 gives us a -3x. -6 plus 9 gives us a +9. So let's go ahead and rewrite the equation. We had 3x cubed. Sorry, this should be a 3 right here. 3x cubed minus 8x squared minus 3x plus 3. And there would be our simplified polynomial. Here are some problems to try on your own. Remember the 4 steps. First, distribute your negative sign. Identify your like terms. Combine your like terms. And then rewrite your polynomial in order from highest degree to lowest degree. Here's a bonus problem to test your skills. Not only are you subtracting a polynomial, but you're also adding an additional polynomial. If you can do this, you got this.